Hello, my dears. Thank you for coming. I was waiting for you, but I'm not the only one. The owner of this universe is also waiting for you. So, welcome aboard the Sacred Soul meditation, which really is more of a contemplation, which is really more of an inspiration. It's a combination of things, right? And but the meditation, as we learned from that quote from Yogananda the other day that I read, that he said most people think that you're going to find total freedom and all that from deep meditation, but he said no, it's how we live our life in daily life. It's how we live our life in daily life. That's I love that. I love that because I find myself, you know, loving the moments, loving the possibilities in life to walk with God, God with me, God, me with God. We are one, and to have a personal, up close and personal, private relationship with, the King of the universe and the Queen of the universe, Divine Mother. So thank you, everybody. So nice to have you on board. And Tara's on, Lynn, Lisa, who just got off, Gita, and Kathleen. Oh, welcome back, Kathleen. Sarah, always amazingness to have you on board because there's something that we have discovered, or at least I have discovered, that when a group meets on a consistent basis, it becomes surcharged with such grace, such blessings, such brotherhood and sisterhood. It's almost like okay, here's what the world needs to be like, where you come together and you lift each other up, or we lift each other up, and we and enjoy that state of reality much more than just an idle chatter or an idle talk, right? So thank you for that, my dears. I really appreciate it. I'm a little torn as to what to read to you. I have two amazing, um, along the lines of this stream from yesterday about the Aries energies. Now there's so many astrologists that are talking about saying that we have talked about this conjunction of the Aries with all these planets and stuff this week, my dears. And they said, we've been talking about that moment in time for years, and now it's here. They said, hold on to your hats, but it might not be in the way that you hold on to a hat because the wind is going to blow it off. And I think there's something else brewing. And you know what? That something else is brewing, that so many souls are picking up themselves. They're picking up themselves from the old self and saying, I'm done with the old self. I thought I was done with the outer world, but I'm really done with this old self that gives all the dictation or dictatorship about this outer world. And I got to be the one that has to listen to that day after day, right? So we're really on a quest to to experience the new, what they call the new human. And gosh, so I guess I'm going to read that. I guess I'm going to read that because just because, my dears, just because. And and then after I do that, we're gonna celebrate the new human. We're gonna celebrate the new human. All right. And then I have a great reading, if unless I get a better one for tomorrow. But let's start with this one that's about the new human. I had read this morning on the Bhagavad Gita channel, so some of you have heard some of it, but I think it is absolutely 100% worth it to hear it with the Rainbow Tribe here, and offer your higher advantage. You have a higher advantage point because you heard it before, some of it. So you know what we're inviting everyone to do. We're inviting everyone to go to that multi-dimensional side of you, that infinite side of you. As you listen to this stream this morning, and this stream is from the Ascension Lightworker Collective. Yeah, the Ascension Lightworker Collective. There's people that there's souls, and you don't know. They say that we're stardust, right? They say that we come from the stars and this and that. Well, you know, one day we'll know for sure if you kind of still questioning that or don't go there. But I tend to not have any more, opinions about what I think is right and wrong, especially in today's time, because nobody's telling the truth. So we're going to depend on that. But guess what? That comes back to us. Maybe we're not telling the truth. Maybe we haven't done our part the better, or we could do our part better. So that's what this is about the new human that's on its way, and especially with this Aryan energy, which is all about a direction to this new true shift into your higher consciousness. That is this directional energy of the Aries. All the lineup and all the power that it represents is to just shoot you out, or shoot to the direction of a new chapter, a true new you. All right. They even said it like that. But this is a good way to look at it. And we're going to be hearing about this all week with the Aries energy. And who knows what it's going to leave behind too. So we might spend a little time on the divine. So it's all good. It's the same. It's the same. We have the same purpose, my dears. It's just to lift up, lift up, lift up. So life, it says, is a physical journey through time and space, yet it is also a spiritual journey that transcends both time and space. Now, it's this spiritual journey that you're all on, or you wouldn't come to these streams, right? You're on a spiritual journey probably more than you are on a physical journey at this point in your lives. So, this is just a little reminder that life is both the physical journey and also the spiritual journey that transcends. The spiritual journey transcends both time and space. Physically, we are born of the earth, and to the earth we shall return. Yet, spiritually, we are never born and we never die. Spiritually, never born and never die. I know we gotta deal with that thing called fear of death. I mean, even the great masters feel that to leave this body cage, you get familiar with it. You don't want to leave the cage. You're used to it. Like prison, some people stay in prison because they just didn't want to leave. They just got acclimated to it and said, I don't want to leave the prison. So but we don't die. That's the fun part. Spiritually, we are never born and we never die. We never come and we never leave. We are each so much more than our physical realities, my dears, and we can underline that line. We are so much more than our physical realities. Do you want to know what your soul's perspective is somewhat on all this before we start talking about the new human you? That this current life, here's the soul's perspective. This current life is just one page in a never ending book, which is the eternal story of life. Isn't that something? This life, and we've probably been through ups and downs and ins and outs, right? In this life, even if it's been a good life, it's still, you can't, make it out of here as a free bird unless you do this inner work, right? Otherwise, there's always going to be some regret. There's going to be some death. There's going to be whatever, and you think it's real. and it's sad. It's called suffering. From our soul's perspective, this current life is just one page, though. One page. What you think today is just one day, but our whole life has just been one day, one page. Really, really. You ask yourself, who am I today versus whenever? You know, maybe a year ago. See if you can feel the difference, because today we're going to talk just in a little bit here about the new human. Let's just see how we can now fit into the new human. All right. So, from the soul's perspective, this current life is just one page in a never ending book, which is the eternal story of our life. Eternal. You are eternal. We are eternal, my dears. There's no ending to us. So, but the law of karma is such that if we don't take care of those habits and those moods and those tendencies and those criticisms and all that stuff, we carry it with us for an eternity, it seems, right? It's not that they will stay with you forever, because eventually we're going to wake up completely, right? When you've had enough of the pain and the suffering and the lies, which is why the world is going south on us because of that. It's going to give us that's what happens to entitled countries. This is what happens to entitled nations, is that once you, divine mother, they say, she has to take away that which you took for granted. So we can look at our own lives on that pretty good, right? She has to take away from us what we take for granted, because this ain't our home. And then we learn the good old hard way, the old fashioned way, you know. So we are all characters in a play, and we have each chosen different roles. Ascension is defined as the new energy, as stepping into the next life, but there's no death. Imagine, okay, so this death thing, you've never even heard it, never even heard the word. All you know is that life goes on after this, right? How would that make you feel? You've never been afraid of death, because you never even knew there was the word death, that there was this thing called death. That's what it's saying when it says that we are all characters playing different roles, and now we have the new energy as stepping in to the next life without death. So just imagine that. There's no fear of death. Taking control of our biology, of our chronological age, of all the potentials we come in with as a human, as a regular old human. We take advantage of that now. We take care of ourselves right now. We take care of those potentials that we have come in with, but we're going to rewrite the contract now. We're going to rewrite it. We're going to rewrite it. You know, you can rewrite. God is infinite. God is all forgiving. Divine Mother has never for a moment ever thought less of you or me, ever, never. And it ain't going to start now. So you could rewrite and edit the film of this life like that in one brief session with yourself, just sending love to your whole life up to this moment, right? And you have a clean slate, ready to go, ready to put something like what you hear in this stream today, put it into practice, or something that comes up from this stream that you create with God to have an amazing day, because you are an amazing new human, right? So you take control of your biology, chronological age, and all the potentials you come in with, rewriting your contract, vibrating higher and living a longer and healthier life. So lift, lift. Anyone need a lift, right? Need a lift? Lift yourself up. All it takes is just a moment walking with the Lord. All it takes is a moment where you breathe in a big breath of love, this love that is circulating in every atom of your being and all around you. We're in the wonderland of love, and turn in this duality, dream, delusion, and in all the other dimensions, it's just the reality of love and a wonderland of love, my dears. So we could just start breathing in love and sharing that love with our world. As yesterday we said, if you do that, you can negate the hatred of millions. Did you try that yesterday? Well, you get another chance today because Gandhi was right on the mark when he said, one soul who truly loves negates the hatred of millions. So let's just use the breath as it's meant to be used to remind us of our divinity and the powers that we already possess, and use it to just bring this mind. If it's wandering, if it's all questioning or whatever, just bring it into the heart and let the heart take over from there, and then just be loving. Just be loving for the rest of your day, starting right today. On that exhale breath, let it come in, experience that love. On the inhale, you receive it, experience it, and then let it go out into the world and be happy that you're just sharing that love with the world, because you can negate the hatred of millions today if you want to breathe this way today, just like that. And not only that, but what it will do for your consciousness, right? Just that one thing. Yogananda said, if you could meditate on God for 24 hours, you will know God. So this isn't like impossible what we're after, right? All we're saying is, can you be consciously aware in one day and just be loving and sending that love to a miserable world right now, to uplift it, and not only that, but lift you up at the same time? So you want to vibrate higher, my dears, and live a longer and healthier life, because we have our light is needed. Our light is needed in this world. It's needed. It's really needed. And one smile today to somebody coming from your heart, and that will prove to you that you're needed, that you need to shine that light, and just let people know that there's not. You're not going to let them know, because you're not going to care about how they react in the silent anyway. You're just going to just pour that love into them and then let it be. So for a human being, though, to step out of our linearity, a linear life, Marty. And we just kind of a one power horse, one horsepower, just does one thing, goes around the corral, right? We want to now, as a human being, step out of that linearity and become multidimensional. And that greatly affects our consciousness if we know that we are all this that we're going to share with you right now. Multidimensional human. It is consciousness that is much higher, multidimensional. It's much higher than human consciousness, it's multidimensional consciousness. It embodies empathy and compassion and caring and gentleness, benevolence, the greater wisdom. And in this next part of this life expression, the ascending self will awaken with a remembrance of how to do exceptional things. Exceptional things. Because that's the new human. It's really the old you that has been kind of locked away, put in a dark cellar for most of our lives, right? And all we're doing is bringing up what was always given us and always with us. Now we're going to bring it up to the surface. Now we're going to actually appreciate it. Now we're going to we'll practice with it, right? We'll be using it daily, this multidimensional energy. It's a it's a it's really an awakening of our remembrance on how to do exceptional things, my dears. This next part of our life expression will awaken with a remembrance of how to do exceptional things. This is what this Aryan energy is doing this month, this week. It's giving us all this possibility. No kidding. And it's a dimensional energy with others, which others cannot yet comprehend. You will use it daily. It is the beginning of an old soul revolution. An old soul revolution. where all healing attributes will be seen first. Above everything else, you might have known that healing comes first. The star seeds are ascending humans and possess an inherent wealth of abilities, gifts, talents, tools, and skills waiting to be unlocked. So, this is what you possess, my dears, a wealth of abilities, gifts, talents, tools, and skills waiting to be unlocked. Tapping into the Akashic skill set. Akashic Records holds all your lifetimes and every little detail of your lifetimes. The Akashic Records. Tapping into the Akashic skill set and inner strengths to manifest new earth desires, new earth energy desires, new earth. We don't want to desire anything other than the ultimate truth that projects us forward into, and so that when we go across in this thing called transition, that we have no desires for anything of this world, because that means if you do, you're coming back here. Not to sweat about that, but just keep your eyes on the prize, my dears. This is why the value of life is so important. This is why staying healthy is so important, because the longer we live here, the more we can burn up our old karma, the more we can learn and realize, like you all are doing now, coming to these streams, right? It's an absolute, what do they call it? A red letter life. This is a red letter life. Absolutely, especially with the times being the way they are. So tap into this Akashic skill set of yours, my dears, inner strengths to manifest new earth energy, new earth desires. Everything required on the path is well within reach to bring dreams and aspirations to this new life, which we talked about yesterday. It was actually called True New Life. That was yesterday's stream. Yeah, that's what this energy is all about, to repeat, just so you know. The new human, now it's in quotes, the new human is an evolved state of consciousness emerging through ascension. There's these little things where a smile on your face that sends you. This a little to send love to almost every, not almost, I mean, ideally, just keep sending love to things. You will have a magical life in a day. You will have a magical life in a day. And then every day, magical. If we can be in love, if we can be in the vibration of love, my dears. So this is the new human is an evolved state of consciousness emerging through ascension, a being who is no longer governed by fear, Marty, by separation or old survival patterns, but instead lives in coherence, alignment, compassion, and deep inner knowing. These are all the new earth things that we've talked about, right? But now they're really coming into focus. They're coming into usable, practical, daily tools that we can use. The new human carries an awakened awareness of their divine origin, an awakened awareness of what we talk about. They carry it, an awakened awareness. So they're always got God on their minds. They always have that love in their heart. Always. Because that's the truth of us. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how we've made it this far without that love in our hearts or that consciousness of the awareness? There is no death and things like that. How is that? Is that nothing but grace that we're alive like right now, that we're not in a war zone right now? It's amazing grace, my dears. So we want to carry that awakened awareness of our divine origin with us every moment of this existence, okay? Understanding that they are both physical and multidimensional, connected to all life. So it's both. We're both in a physical world and we're in this metaphysical world, or this new human reality, the higher dimensional part of us, connected to all life through a unified field of consciousness. Intuition becomes natural. Absolutely natural. Intuition. You just get it. You see through the veil. You see through the lies. You see through that trap of trying to rationalize something, right? Try to make sense of something. Why is this happening that way? It shouldn't be. It should be that way. Whatever. You're going to just rise above that so quickly, my dears, because you're connected to a unified field. Intuition becomes natural. Love becomes, here it is, the guiding intelligence. Love becomes the guiding intelligence. If you're in love, you have the ultimate guiding intelligence. If there is loving in your heart, that's all it takes. Loving in your heart. Come back again and again. If there's not, come back again and again. Light a match. Strike a match of devotion. Just get it back. Don't ever lose the love in your heart, my dears. Don't ever leave there in your heart. It's a guiding intelligence, and integrity aligns thought, emotion, and action. Rather than reacting to this world, the new human consciously creates within it. So we're fine. We're fine in this drama, trauma, whatever show is going on in this outer world, right? We're fine because we have the skill set of the Akashic records. We have the skill set of God's grace. We have the skill set of each other, right? So is this all making better sense to you all as I share this morning? And then tomorrow's, if I use the one that I wanted to use today, this I did this morning on Gita, as I mentioned. But that one, it gets into the nitty gritty of what we're sharing today. So it will talk about the details of what I'm sharing with you today. This shift is not about becoming something other than who you always were. So rather than react to the world, the new human consciously creates within it, embodying peace, balance, and wisdom. This shift is not about becoming something other than who you always were, remembering the higher aspects of what humanity has always held within. That's so missing, isn't it? The higher aspects of humanity has always held within. Remembering the higher aspects of what humanity has always held within. Wow. Does that ever ring powerfully? Has always held within, activating dormant potentials, my dears, that you don't even know you have, and living in harmony with a greater cosmic design. See, everything is more in this divine kind of sphere, right? It's not, bypass, like some people say, oh, you're bypassing, you got to be miserable like everybody else kind of thing. No, this is the real truth. This is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help us God. The dormant potentials and living in harmony with a greater cosmic design. Ascending means losing the version of yourself that people were comfortable with. Ooh. But you weren't, but you thought you were. When your faith starts to outshine your fear, that's a great line. When your faith starts to outshine your fear, that is when everything in life changes, my dears. Yeah. Are you still with us? Kathleen and Sarah and Ryan and Brookie, are you still there? When your faith starts to outshine your fear, that is when everything in life changes. There we go. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks for showing, giving a heart that you're still here. Sending love to the troops. Sending love to the troops. Oh my God, how sweet is that? Narayan ji, sending love to the troops. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Ascending means losing the version of yourself that people were comfortable with. When your faith starts to outshine your fear, that is when everything in life changes. You are stepping into your power, Marty. You are stepping into your power, not the quiet kind, the kind that asks you to rise. And I know that you do that, to be seen and to stop holding yourself back. There's a fire within that has been gradually building, everybody. Now ready to move. You don't need permission. We're going to wind this down. This is the final paragraph. You don't need permission. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to believe. This energy is about self confidence rising courage and action, reclaiming your voice and authentic life direction. That's the new human, is that authentic life direction. This is the week to really get established in that new human, in that authentic life direction, my dears. Really take advantage. Take advantage. If you have to put something else aside, you know, in lieu of getting really focused for this week. See, when was the last time you kind of had a little kind of not anyone knowing, but a little retreat from the madness? Then you go about your inner life. This would be a great week to do that. Less less of that madness and more of this inner loving. Because you could get you could hundreds hundreds you could negate the hatred of millions, was Gandhi's quote. So this energy is about self-confidence, rising courage and action, reclaiming your voice, authentic life direction, in loving and devoted ascension. This is by the Ascension Light Workers. All right. Actually into this a minute after the a half hour. So I hope I didn't read too fast. I hope there was something that slipped in to the cracks and into the light within you, my dears, and starting to just, grow the light. Just grow the peace, grow the happiness. There's no reason in the world, in the three worlds, for us not to be like totally in joy today. Really. Even so, with all this stuff, that means that you are really tapping in to this new human, which is really who you are as a divine being, spotless, taintless, eternal you, right? We don't have to take all our learnings that we didn't learn into the next life. We don't. We don't want to do that. We have enough, don't you think? Aren't you getting real motivated to change everything about you so that you can live in this chaos and not be disturbed by it and be this new human, which is really the higher self of you, and know that that was your supreme purpose of being here in a body this time around, and that you're going to value every second that we're in these bodies. We're going to be radiant health for ourselves. We're going to take care of ourselves, because the longer that we can be here, the more hatred we can negate, and the more joy, as I mentioned, that we can be in. All right, it's eternal. Let's do a few ohms on this one, okay? Thank you, my dears, for listening. Really appreciate it. Oh, oh, oh. In my Gita class this morning, I was inviting everyone to just chant as many ohms as you possibly can, because it's the most it awakens the divine creator in you, like the God creator of this universe. It awakens that in you, just you humming that om silently. No one needs to know. Oh, oh. So we can see clearly now because we have our God glasses on, sees right through the delusion, the chaos, and it gives us a vision of ourselves as we really are, as God really is within us. So we love and we care as the care bearers care. We care, and we let that little light in me, the little light in me, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Right? I know. And then we get Lynn Adams with her fingers. She's there's blessings coming through Lynn Adams. You see that, but also from you guys, Tara and Sarah, Kathleen. We're all kind of hidden giants of light. Miraculous healers and all this kind of stuff. We just don't know it quite yet. my dears, we just don't quite know it yet, but it's about to happen. All right. I'm going to put this, see if everything's all right in Kathleen's world. If she has anything to say about anything, you can say. I have my audio on. And for anyone else have anything, Sarah, how you doing? It's good over there in with your dog Tito, Kansas.
It's it's storm season here, and my dog Hope, your dog Hope, my dog Hope is terrified. So I'm having a lot of
Yeah.
anxiety, just wanting her to be comfortable. And I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I'm learning. I'm learning.
I
But
know.
everything's great. I mean, really, that's such a minor issue,
Well,
and
it's
temporary.
but it's major in the way that you just described it because we're the same way with my two doodles. One
Mhm.
goes for the closet, anything she could cover herself, and the other one goes straight into Trisha's arms.
Oh,
Hope goes straight into Trisha's arms. She won't take
yeah.
another spot in the house.
Mhm.
Trish
Mhm.
just holds her until
Yeah.
the lightning goes by
Right.
and the thunder. Yeah. So that's kind of sweet, They take cover and who their people are. But
It's
thank
good.
you for sharing, Sarah. Appreciate that.
Minor.
Yeah.
Kathleen,
Yes,
how are you good?
I am good. My son came through surgery. He is recovering really well. And the biopsy I had to have done was not cancer.
Yay!
Yes, the week, we went through, it was a heavy week, but we did it. We made it through. And I wanted to tell you, I have a friend that lives in Florida down here with me that's from Washington, and their dogs can't handle the storms we get down here in Florida.
Yeah.
On Amazon, they have calming jackets for dogs. That when they're expecting storms, they throw the jacket on their dogs and it helps with calming them during the thunderstorms and all that.
Really?
So it's
What
an
is
idea
it?
for your doggy.
What
We
is
we
it?
have what it's called a thunder shirt.
A thunder shirt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It helps
Wow.
calm them when the storms are coming through.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Well, not always, I have to
Well,
say.
not always, but it's supposed to. Put it that way. It's
Yeah.
supposed to help.
It's just
Yeah, yeah. It's a good idea, and I do think it's better with than without.
okay.
Um, and they also sell this calming spray, dog pheromones, I guess, who knows.
Yeah.
But we're still looking.
And
Okay.
I also know because I had to do this with one of the dogs I had when I flew across country. You could take Benadryl and crunch it up, make it like a fine powder, and give them some moist food with a
Right,
little bit of ginger on top of it, and it becomes like a sedative for them. And it'll kind
right.
of, so Benadryl works and it's
Yeah,
safe for dogs.
Does that
even after.
is that kind of a calming thing?
It
Hmm.
makes it sedates them to where they kind of sleep through what's going on. My dog slept from California all the way to Minnesota. By doing that, the entire flight, she slept.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So
That's impressive.
so
Good
that's
advice. Look
all
at
I get
this.
for you.
What a panel of amazing people who know.
I did think you want to be careful traveling with the dogs with Benadryl because it can lower their heart rate. You
Yes.
want
Yeah,
to be a little careful with the dosage. But
right.
I did that. I had to do that one time with a dog too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was recommended by a vet. So that was,
That, that,
Hmm.
that's where I got mine. Is recommended by a vet, and that's what they told me to do is to crunch it up like to a fine powder,
Right.
and use just a very like just sprinkle a little bit on moist food because what kind of dilute moist food would dilute it a little. So when they eat it, it's not as potent as it would be for like a human, or
yeah.
it knocks us off our feet, or it knocks me off my feet when I have to take it for my allergies.
Yeah.
So
And just a small dosage, half of
Yeah,
a.
yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
yeah, very small. Yes.
Lisa,
Hi,
go.
Zach.
Yes. Can you hear
Yeah.
Yeah.
me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
When we got our puppy, there was a lot of anxiety and excitement and everything, and we went into a healthy pet store
Mhm.
here in Ashland, and they recommended Rescue Remedy. Have you all heard of it?
The Bach flowers, yes.
Bach flower. Well, I'll just tell you, give it a whirl because we still do it. Jim puts a drop or two on his finger at night, and the puppy will lick it and out like a light,
Wow.
sleeps all night.
Great.
Calming. It has a calming effect. There's no side effects, as you know, because it's a flower. And we've been using it since we got the puppy
Nice.
for like going to
Great.
the vet or
Yeah.
driving in the car when he threw up in the beginning. You know, got
Mhm.
nauseous, little things like that. And it's been an amazing rescue for us, rescue remedy.
It's worth a try.
It's worth a
Thank you.
try, and it's completely safe because it is, like you said, Tara's Bach flowers,
Flower
right?
essence, yeah.
All
Flower
right.
essence.
I'm gonna go get me some for our
Try
dog.
it.
I
It's
think
not
Trish
It
it's
had.
not
works for
cheap.
people too.
Yeah, it's for
and
people.
children.
I
Yeah, I
tried
know.
it.
I
It's
know.
very relaxing.
I
Yeah.
know.
Why?
It is.
I think,
Yes.
yeah, we're definitely gonna go and get some
Get some.
today.
I may need it more for myself than for the
Exactly.
people
No,
on
that's
So
what I'm
the internet.
thinking. That's what
it's
I'm thinking.
twofold.
Yeah,
You get to use it too.
definitely. Wow.
So
So great. So great, Kathleen. Thanks for the update. So happy everything is going good. So happy for that. Yeah. And Sarah, yeah, yeah. Get some rescue
I'm
formula.
I'm headed to the store.
Yeah, into the store.
Maybe we should get a bulk order for
I
the
know,
different.
I know, right? Yeah, we can sell it online.
Oh,
To get some too. Just a nice, peaceful, calming
yeah,
essence.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love flower remedies.
yeah, yeah. It's a great idea. I really do think that's a great idea for humans too. Yeah. So I'll be laying on the floor with the dogs in there. They have those duck donuts, those real soft things,
oh yeah, yeah.
and they snuggle up in them. And sometimes I'll go in there and snuggle up with them. Yeah, we'll have a little sip of our rescue remedy and
There
nighty
you
night,
go.
nighty night.
Yeah.
I was at a
Sounds
birthday party yesterday. My friend makes a hand quilted heavy blankets.
Oh yeah.
Oh
They're
yeah.
for for dogs, for kids, for anyone that wants that heavy weighted blanket.
Ah, there you go. There
But
you go.
she does them with like a hand quilted one, which with lots of love. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice. Indeed. All right. Well, thank you all for an amazing morning. Always. Always.
And it's funny, Tom, because you had mentioned relaxing this week. I had all these travel plans, and I just decided this morning I'm going to stay home, get what I need to get done here, and just relax and be in nature.
Have
So
a
I
have
got
a
that message.
have a have a retreat from the madness
Yeah.
and see how many souls that you can bring out of hatred because of the loving that you're going to share with the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring
Get
more
just
love.
yeah, real pranayam practice, right? Breath in, going to come in anyway to give you life. Why not
Mhm.
give you love and then love to share as
Yeah,
you exhale? Yeah.
I will be doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See how many you can make a game of it, see how many you can do in a row, see how many you can do for how many minutes or things like that you can see. Because
Mhm.
once we can get that one down, love is the greatest force in the world, the greatest power in the world.
Yeah. It's a very powerful meditation
Yeah.
and effective.
Yeah.
It
And
works.
but you can do it walking or whatever as
Mhm.
well, right? Because you
Yes.
still breathe when you walk.
Mhm.
So so go with that which is gives us the life to live. Something about breath. Without it, we don't do so well, say the least.
Yeah.
So use that which is giving us the life to live and turn it into love. I think there's something about love is the breath.
I like to inhale gratitude and exhale love.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all works.
Yeah.
It all works. It all works.
Part of the equation.
All right. All right. Well, toodles with oodles of love, everybody. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for coming online.
See you
It's been
tomorrow.
divine. And Lisa too. And Tito too.
Exactly.
Is it Tito or Toto?
Toto's in Dorothy.
Yeah, and Dorothy. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
I thought Tito was right, but Tito is the vodka. That's
Okay. Oh, was it?
out of
Okay.
Boston.
Toto too. And Toto too. All
I
right.
will too.
Love you all.
Namaste.
Namaste. Aho.
Uh,